section is called A Journey into the Mind. Why a journey into the mind? Because we're about to use the mind as a magic power to help us solve problems, regardless of the circumstances. When I first wrote my book, which with all honesty, I'm going to say was not the best written book because it was my first, I knew that there was something really deep and important in this book for me. Not so much because I wrote it, but because of the transition and the transformation that happened to me while I wrote the book. What happened to me when I wrote the book? I found myself in a very awkward situation. I found myself in a lot of pain, a lot of despair, and I had to learn to mend my life back together, to put all the pieces of my own life and all the puzzles and all the questions I had together. How was I able to do that? I can attest to you that it wasn't an easy transition. It was very difficult, it was very painful, and I had to learn to use the magic of my subconscious mind, the quantum mind, the mind that has the ability to transition, to transform, to restore, to build, to heal, and to mend together all broken pieces. We all have secrets hidden in our subconscious mind, powerful secrets that if we're not willing to use them, we will never rediscover them. Have you ever found yourself in a situation that felt as if you were in a dark tunnel, somewhere where it was dark and there was no way out? You felt trapped. You felt confused. You were being confused. And you felt as if you left the tunnel, you won't know where you ended up. So you made a decision. And in that decision, you find out that you end up in a spider web. Almost sounds like a movie. But it's possible. It's possible to make a decision that is not the right choice for you and end up in worse circumstances. How? I'm going to tell you how it is possible that today there are many companies and employees who are being suppressed by their superior. Do you want to know the reasons why people are not going back to work after the pandemic? It is precisely because they do not love their job. How can they love their job if they cannot stand their boss or their superior? It isn't that people are lazy and they don't want to go back to work, but rather it's the fact that for years people have been putting up with abuse and realize that today they have a choice, that today they're more awakened, and that today life has presented them with an opportunity to walk away from a situation that made their life stressful, uncomfortable, suppressed, and even mentally abusive. Yes, there are superiors in business using a lot of coercion mentally to confuse people, to manipulate them, control them, and abuse them mentally. Hence, the employees are able to recognize that kind of behavior now. They're no longer want to put up with it. So let's say you went from a dark channel to a spider web. Then you realize you had a hidden subconscious power to sit down and realize that within you lays the power of doing and making decisions that are better for you, for your future, and for your family. If you ever find yourself in such a situation, analyze the following. Find out what is it that the person is telling you and how they are telling you what they are telling you. What is it that they're trying to convey to you? What message? Make the observation of their body expression, their tone of voice. What is it that they're trying to say to you? How they're saying it? Are they using body gesture to make suggestions and to say things that they want to say? Are they confusing you mentally to try to coerce your mind into believing that you are not strong enough to be in a position, or that you lack the capability of learning the job they're training you for? Be completely aware. These things are possible. I have made the observation in a very large company, the whole more than thousands of employees today, who on the first place do not pay their employee the average wage that is legal by the state or by the government. They pay them $14 an hour, and they treat them like cattle in a wild field. They hustle them, they push them. They're not kind, considerate, compassionate towards their employee, yet they demand more than people can afford to give them, or the employee. This is very frequent today. We are operating mentally at a level where we are treating human beings like machine, like artificial intelligence, like robots, like mechanical human beings, instead of human beings with feelings, with sentiments, with emotions. And by doing so, we are depleting them. We are destroying their self-worth, their well-being, and the human ability to be a natural human being. Do not resent authority when they try to say something to you, or confuse you mentally, or say that you're wrong when you're not, or say that you said something you didn't say. In other words, what they're trying to do is coerce your mind to make you think that you are not okay here. This is mental manipulation. These are tactics that the FBI, the CIA, and outside Secret Service individuals use to manipulate, to coerce the mind of soldiers during war. During World War II, they did this. They have done that and employ such a tactic with individuals to coerce their mind, to confuse them, and to abuse them mentally. And such tactics are employed today and are happening. People are abusing people, and that's the reason why people are not going back to work, or why employees do not return back to their job as they used to before the pandemic and even after. See, as we become awakened human beings and learn how to use the power of our subconscious mind, we understand, we know we are conscious and we are aware of what is happening, of what is going on. We're no longer ignorant human beings. 21 is, do not give your power to others to try to coerce your mind, because by doing so you become weak and you disempower yourself of your subconscious ability that you have in your mind to take control of yourself. Walking away from a situation sometimes is the best thing you can do. Do not contradict, do not get into an argument, do not wait until things get so high at a level where there is a lot of back and forth conversation and communication that can be hurtful and unnecessary. Leave peacefully. Get away from a situation that causes you discomfort, that you know in your mind that is not healthy for you. The only reason why your opponent challenges you sometimes is because there is something in you that threatens your opponent. Whether it is your employee, a family member, a boyfriend, a partner, friends, the only reason your opponent challenges you is because your opponent fears something about you. Otherwise, there will be no controversy. There will be just a simple talk about what is going on. Simple. You need to pay attention to the signs you get from people. What are they saying? How they're saying it? How do they use their body? There is 80% of the impression we get from people come from their image, what they're portrayed to you. That is why people say first impression counts. Although I don't believe that you get everything in first impression, because when we meet a partner or we meet someone for the first time, we're always trying to impress the other person with the best version of ourselves. Anyone who believes you and consider you to be stupid has traces of narcissist behavior, especially if they are control freak. A narcissist will control you, manipulate you, put you down, make you feel as if you're not capable of doing anything, makes you feel inferior. Although you can only feel that way when you give your power to that narcissist to take control over your life. Otherwise, no way, it's not happening. When you make the observations, you will know a control freak from the minute you meet them, from the first time that you have a one-on-one conversation with them, and they emphasize more about themselves than what they want to know about you. That is the hint right there. I believe that this book, A Journey into the Mind, is the best thing that could ever happen to me. It has taught me how to be aware, how to be conscious, how to make observations, and how to go so deep inside my subconscious mind to analyze everything that is going on around me. Like they say, 80% is the image, and sometimes understand impressions, vibrations, and energy that we're getting that are not within the visible eye. We cannot see it, but they're there. At a quantum level, our mind is possible to absorb information that is yet to be seen, that is yet to be known. We have an unlimited capacity to use our mind beyond the conscious level and the subconscious level and find out things that we don't know exist. Things beforehand, before they happen. And this is how we use our intuition and our gut feelings to guide us and take us to the next level, to make decisions, to make choices, to separate ourselves from certain people, to stay away from people that are negative influence, negative vibration, and negative energy in our life, whether it is family, friends, loved one, co-workers, your boss, or boyfriend or girlfriend. You get those hints and those God's feelings inside of you that tells you precisely what's going on. Intuition never fails. It is a 100% for sure that what your intuition said is real. Ever met someone and got an impression that something was not right? That you get in this vibration that says, there is something odd about this person and the way they're acting and what they're saying to me. Like, there is a lack of authenticity or lack of trust or lack of worthiness. Something. Someone you cannot trust. Let's say you meet a man and you think he's single. He doesn't wear a wedding ring. And you meet him and you've seen him on a frequent basis, and you have met this person on a frequent basis, not one-on-one, but just saying hello for about a year. This person never tells you that they're married. But you begin to get the hints and the vibration that something is not honest about this person, that they're not straightforward, that they're not fully free, that they cannot fully express who they are or who he is or she is. And as your gut feeling tells you that that's it, trust me, there is no doubt that your intuition is 100% correct. Intuition never fails. So learning from my book, Journey into the Mind, as I went into my subconscious mind and tried to learn why the anger, why the sadness, why the feelings that I was feeling, not knowing what was going on. As it happened once before when I was depressed and I couldn't understand why the depression. Well, it was the fact that I had lost a loved one. And I didn't understand the sadness inside of me. And on the second journey was the fact that not only did I have to write how I was feeling, but at the same time allow those feelings and emotions to burst out of me so that I could be free. I had to go into a journey in my subconscious mind and understand why I was feeling this way, what made me feel the way I felt. Allow those feelings to be released and begin to heal myself so that I can learn to use my subconscious mind and my conscious mind and explore a world unlike I would have ever imagined. There is no age, there is no time limitation, and there is no limit. Because I began to get those feelings at the age of 61. And today I'm 68 years old. And it is my firm belief that there is so much more for me to learn, that I'm still in the process of learning how to use the power of my subconscious mind so that one day I can go beyond the unexpected, beyond that which no one could ever possibly imagine, and discover the power or the hidden power and mysteries of my subconscious mind. Quantum communication and quantum mechanics teaches us that out of the ordinary example or test of particles, which turns into wave and change as they are observed, we become part of that observation to try to determine what is real and what is not. And we had yet to be able to determine what is reality. Because my reality does not depend solemnly on my observation. It depends on my inner experience, not outer experience with a vision, but also my inner experience as to what is happening at the moment without me observing it, but just using my thoughts consciously and subconsciously, because they can happen when I'm sleeping or right before I go to sleep, or during times when I'm walking, I'm breathing, I'm exercising, I'm doing something that is constructive to me. My friends, the hidden power of our subconscious mind has yet to be fully discovered. Thank you for listening to my channel once again. It's been a pleasure. My name is Frances Mahan, and I am the host of A Journey into the Mind. Have a wonderful day. Love and light.